The following is a fan-based discussion. All properties discussed are property of Toei Inc., Bandai, Hasbro, and Subaru Productions.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to another episode of First Impressions.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Well, it usually is because we wait a year.
It's been a while.
Well, we waited
Twice a year.
for the 3 times for us because
Oh,
we're the
no.
ultra ones.
Yeah.
Kamen Rider.
Been a while since you've been on one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glad to have you
Since
back.
Dawn Brothers, at least.
No, he
No,
wasn't.
I
He,
missed
he
Dawn
wasn't here for
Brothers.
that one.
Oh, right, you weren't.
That was just us.
We did gush over it a little bit.
We did.
We did. We like that a lot. It's been fun. But yeah, this time we're talking about Geats.
New Kamen Rider.
Yes.
Kamen Rider Geats.
The first 3 episodes that come out.
Mm-hmm.
The 4th as of recording this tonight. So by the time this goes up, the 4th episode will be out tomorrow. But yeah, Geats.
Shall we start with the opening where we always do?
Yeah.
This one's a banger.
This is pretty good.
This one's a banger.
I like this one a lot. I will say, though.
It's not my favorite, but it's up there.
I will say, though, and this might just be a me thing,
Mhm.
I think Kodakumi should be the one to sing pretty much the entire thing. And Shonan no Kaze should come in, like, maybe during the bridge and the chorus. I like her voice a lot.
I think it works as is, but her voice is incredible, and I remember because you and I listened to it when it was first available, and I think one of the reasons I like this song so much is because it keeps surprising me with the way it goes.
Yeah.
Like, every time I expect them to go down, the notes go up, and her voice is strong enough that she can really carry those high notes.
She has a lot of tenor.
She has a very powerful voice.
Yeah, so I'm just like, oh, I love her voice. I want to hear it always.
And the music is very good. I like the melody. It's just a very good song.
I haven't done, like, what I did to Daiichi Miura, where after he sang X-Aid's opening, I was just like, well, time to look at his entire discography. But
You ready for this deep dive?
I'm probably doing that.
But also, it's good to hear Shonan no Kaze again, back after doing Gaim.
Yeah.
God, it's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years since Gaim.
Gaim was, ended 2013, early 2014, something like that,
You broke me a little.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, let's talk about the show.
We haven't had a show like this since Kabuto, which is the title character is not like the primary character of the story.
I don't know that I agree with that. Because...
Not completely, anyway, for me.
Fair. It's not to the same degree as Kabuto, but it gave me that vibe.
Because I would say Geats is there.
Yeah.
For every episode. Like, he's there, he's present, he's on screen. And we feel his presence there because he's actually on screen, not because we're just waiting for him to walk on.
Yeah, it gave me that vibe. Or it was between that and
But we also don't start with him.
No.
Because
No.
we start with
Keiwa.
Keiwa. Is he the secondary or is he just a
Yeah.
writer?
I don't really know how you would classify anybody but Geats in this.
Yeah.
So
Geats is our titular character, and
Yeah.
everyone else is
player.
Everyone else is along for the ride.
Very much so,
What
actually.
is it? All the world's a stage.
it really
And
is
this
for
is
him.
his stage down.
Because I really like Geats as a character. He's a little bit of an asshole.
He's a bit of a bastard, man.
Yeah, and I sort of...
Oh yeah,
stand.
You were my first thought of. He showed up, and I went, "Oh God, Marcus's favorite character of all time."
Because during Rumorcast, you mentioned, I think it was during Rumorcast, you mentioned, yeah, it looks like he's going to be a bit of a bastard man, judging from what we've seen so far, and yeah, he is.
But at least they show that he has the skills to back it up.
Yeah.
That fight scene?
Which one?
The first
I
one.
think he's talking about his intro fight where he first transforms.
Into just Magnum. Is it said my first thought was, oh look, Deadshot became a Kamen Rider.
He's got the wrist gauntlet. Yeah, I thought Deadshot too.
The best thing about this is we have not seen him in that form since episode 1.
Which is so weird that that's his form.
I'm okay
in
with-
all of the marketing.
It's not really his form, though, according to the show's rules, though. It's just what they've shown.
Yeah, but like, it really seems like there is a...
Sort of a delineation for how Kamen Rider has gone, where it's just like, hey, here's the main writer's form, here's what's on all the promotional material.
I mean, yes, but that's not what I was saying. It seems that there is... I don't know what they're called in universe.
The loot boxes?
But
That's what they are.
like specifically
The driver.
not the thing you put in the driver.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The the throttles.
Yeah.
Because obviously seems to be a different type of like level because you have these little ones.
Yeah, the little gears, and then you have the actual throttle that you can insert in. It becomes the two sides of the handlebars.
You have these little things, and what I've noticed is that when they have a little thing, it only does the one arm, like
injury.
But when he like puts on Magnum,
which is everyone's base form.
It's the entire upper body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I will say,
which it can shift to his lower body as well.
Which, by the way, is painful to watch.
Yeah.
Watching him
flip over and his head goes up and everything.
I mean,
it's interesting. I like it though.
Who knows?
It's a great gimmick.
Who knows how it feels?
I will say, and this is something that I really do appreciate with this, the belt is not really that loud. It's like we do a little bit of a jingle and that's it.
It's not that loud. It's not that long, and it's easy to understand.
Yeah,
I like the voice that is used as well.
Same.
I don't know how I feel about all the helmets.
I like them.
You know,
a lot of them except the Pan and Shiroi.
You know what?
The
I actually kind of dig the aesthetic for the suits because they are all effectively equal level gamers.
Yeah. Right. No,
they're all equally gamers, and they each have like the one cosmetic, that being the helmet piece, that makes them stand out among everyone else.
I do love how in episode 3 there was that whole bit where she was going through the outfits that she could buy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
I love how she went up and was like, hey, are there any like pay-to-win mechanics or loot boxes or microtransactions I can take advantage?
Of course the rich girl would try that.
I will say I'm a little bit upset that our owl boy did not last long.
He did not. Which, who knows if they could bring him back later.
Actually, let's go back a bit. This episode 1 starts at the end of the previous
because that's the thing. It looks like there's going to be multiple games.
Yeah. Which means
so our basic story is we have.
I'm sorry, he's not an owl. He's a penguin.
So we have our Desire Grand Prix. Whoever wins it gets to remake the world as they see fit, and Geats is the one who wins the game in episode 1.
This plot leaves me with so many questions.
Well, we're only in episode 3, so that's understandable.
And I think that's sort of a good thing, because it's just like, all right,
they have plenty of time to answer them, which is fine.
It's just more questions that I'm used to having with a Kamen Rider after 3 episodes.
I think that's okay at this point.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
After the last couple.
Fair. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying it's a bad thing necessarily. One of my questions is, they're using this game to combat a legitimate threat.
If it is a legitimate threat.
Yeah, but that's what they're telling people.
Or is I mean, for all we know, this could be some, unseen machination behind the scenes, sending out these forces at will, saying, all right, go caper for my amusement, Kamen Riders.
I'm trying to take it by the information we've been
given. Fair enough.
So there's that, and now obviously this threat is going to have to up its game because Geats isn't.
Actually, this isn't the first one that Geats has won.
Exactly.
He's this has happened a couple times already because she mentions that you're testing the rules this time.
My point being that he's going to get, we're going to get that typical Kamen Rider upgrades, new forms, ultimate form, which means they're going to have to come up with a reason that this game's going to be different.
Especially because Boost has like Mark versions.
Yeah.
And the one that we have so far.
And Boost is also a consumable that just seems to have a will of its own.
At least Boost Mark 1 is. Mm-hmm. We still have Mark 2 and 3 apparently.
And apparently
one could be permanent.
Who knows when they'll show up.
Secondary main character has god tier RNG luck because he got it twice in a row.
He did. And the first time, Geats stole it from him by tricking him.
Well, yeah.
Because he's a bastard man.
I loved it.
I did like
because he wants to win.
I want to say creativeness of some of the random weapons they're getting, especially the water one.
They've used that differently twice, and you would not think it would be as useful as it is.
Yeah.
Because he used it once on the tree to like boost his punch at the monster.
Yeah.
And then the second time
he filled the room up.
Yeah, filled the room and flooded all the zombies. So I'm just like,
I also love how it's also a wrench in that one moment he's like, ha ha, what the fuck? It just kind of splurted.
Oh yeah, that's the first time he uses it, and then he's like, all right, I guess I'll just use it as a blunt instrument and just start beating the monsters with it. It works. It looks like it might be about to snap in half because it looks like plastic, but
I
works.
Forgot the point I was trying to make earlier. With why Geats' marketing material, he always has Magnum. It seems so far you can almost argue that each of these players has one weapon that's like
sort of theirs.
Sort of matches theirs.
Yeah.
Because Geats has Magnum.
The one they spawn with.
The purple one has
Zombie.
Because it matches
Even though he
their
does lose it in the third episode.
Because they made a bet and he lost.
Yeah, true, but still.
But also,
it goes to show
that
that no one is.
The zombie is with the chainsaw sword.
Oh, I love that.
I love it, but I'm also kind of disappointed in how it's used.
What do you mean?
I mean, I want to see monsters actually get cut up, dude.
Go to Amazon's.
He has a point.
No.
I think one of my favorite things is
the fact that it's like a chainsaw sword and there aren't like at least like CG kind of like
cuts.
Like maybe like a big purple gash or something. I would have liked to see more After Effects.
I think,
but I do love that weapon. I do love that weapon, and I love its henshin sequence.
Oh yeah,
where the liquid is, especially the first time we see it, and he's got like a monster underfoot. One of the minions like crushed under his foot, and he pulls it, and the liquid just sort of pours out over the monster and like melts it.
Yeah,
that's so dope. I loved that.
When Bubba first uses it and he has the sword, he like kicks the saw blade to start it. And I'm sitting here like, how dare you? How dare you in my presence?
Speaking of zombies, that's another question I have. We have 2 players currently that are infected.
Mm-hmm.
Why are they allowed to continue playing?
Because I guess they can uninfect themselves. Although they sort of have an unfair advantage for a short period of time.
Yeah, because the zombies won't attack them.
But they will turn.
But eventually. They'll turn eventually. Maybe they'll lose points in the end. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Yeah,
but they still lose points for attacking other players.
For attacking human players.
That was the smartest thing that Geats did when he attacked Japan after Japan had been infected, so he no longer counted. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like,
he waited for the right moment.
I even forgot about that scene where Japan's on the roof sniping, and you see the zombies coming up behind him, and then they didn't show it again
for a minute. Yeah,
for a minute. Mm-hmm. You, like just enough time for you.
But they gave you a hint.
Yeah.
When he's with fighting Nago, and like pushes her, and like all the zombies are going around him, but it like the perspective, it looked like they were further back, but they weren't attacking him. I love that.
Something with the like direction rewatch, you'll notice all these little details.
The direction on episode 3 was really good.
I will say one of the things that there are some things that the show is kind of over explaining, where I feel like you could have just let it play out. The biggest one so far to me. You brought this up earlier, Marcus. Geats is testing the rules of how much he can change by winning. I loved that scene when he's what's her name? Or
Sumuri.
Sumuri. Where he's like, well, look at me. I'm the star of the stars, and I even managed to score a date with you, and yet you're not fawning over me. If they had just left it there, I would have liked it. But you didn't have to have her get up and like practically turn the camera and go, you are now testing the rules to see how much you can break them. It's like, no, we got that. You didn't need to over-explain that. That was something I wish they could have just left as is, and maybe like she gives him like a wink or something that she knows. She acknowledges it, but she doesn't need to get up and then explain what I think was just clearly explained. That's just me.
That's just you, because what could be clear to you could be completely unclear to somebody else.
Also true.
Especially because I don't feel like that scene went that way. It's more of she has people hired up that she has to report to.
That's also a vibe I get, because she's our announcer, she's our game master.
Yeah. And she was like, this is your warning.
How do we feel about Sarumi so far? Sumuri, sorry.
She's
fine.
She's fine. She had that one scene I thought was really funny.
Where she did the henshin pose?
Well, that. And also when she showed up in... I can't remember his name. Just showed up in his bedroom while he's making his video diary. And he's like, you can't post this.
Yeah.
Well,
and then it's like, ah!
Well, she says like, it's fine as long as you don't post it. She's like, because she thinks he's video chatting with somebody.
Yeah.
And that's against.
And then she just jumps out the window.
As you do. As I do.
I will
all
say
times of the day.
About Sumuri, I don't mean this as a negative when I say this, but one of the things about her performance that really struck me is that she comes across as like something that isn't human, who has observed what a happy, energetic host does, and he's like imitating that.
I love it.
That's the vibe that I got, and again, I don't mean that as an insult. I think it's a cool acting choice, and I want to see where it goes.
It gives me the same vibe as a character from The Good Place.
Mm-hmm.
Where,
elaborate.
I can't remember her name. I haven't actually seen it. I just heard a lot about it. It's this assistant character to the main guy who works at the underworld, but she is not human. She is not a person, but she acts like one to the point where people forget, and she has to remind them, "I'm not human. I'm not a she," and just walks away. Has a very similar vibe.
Okay.
To anybody who's watching who's seen The Good Place, might be able to explain it better than me. But
I really like her though. I also like our butler here, who played Emperor.
Oh, is that the guy who's serving drinks and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who was in
the guy who runs the green room?
The Emperor from the Wizard movie.
Oh. Can we talk about how cocky his henchman poses?
Geats.
Geats.
About to say we got several.
Snap at the camera.
I don't picture Dupin lasting another episode.
No.
That.
We gotta give Magnum back to Geats.
They already killed Kyoryu Blue, so they killed him immediately first episode.
Oh, was he the? I guess the doc. He was a doctor, wasn't he?
He was the panda, not the panda, the polar bear.
But I think his actual person, he was a firefighter.
He was a firefighter. That's right.
It. And he's like, I'm gonna help people. Squish.
Yeah, he did get murked almost immediately. R.I.P.
And that was Kyoryu Blue?
Yeah.
Oh. Cool. But I kind of don't want them to kill him
immediately.
Because I like his character. I find him very interesting.
Because him and Mary are the two that are just like, all right, y'all aren't lasting.
Which one's Mary?
The sheep.
The sheep.
Right.
Yeah, the two you probably aren't going to last, but for so long. Because you're not in the.
I mean, I like.
You haven't been given enough lines.
I like Sheep's dynamic with Neon.
Same.
I like their little dynamic.
Which is probably what he'll.
And I gotta say, I really like what is the character's name? It's a polar bear. Dupin?
No, that's Panda.
Okay, who's the polar bear?
That was Kyoryu Blue, who died in the first episode.
There's no.
It looks the same. Though.
It does.
I thought it was the same one.
Doesn't.
Polar bear's all white. Dupin has the black star over one eye.
Yeah, let me see if I can actually pull it. There it is.
That's
the polar bear. We're talking while I get this together.
Anyway.
The thing that I really like about the panda character is that he's so bitter.
Oh, he's
the fact that his wish is everybody dies.
His wish is a world without humans is what he wrote down.
The difference is the ears.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so
well,
stupid.
Forgive me if I didn't notice that.
That's
because pandas
awful.
have
black ears.
That's so lazy.
Are just white.
Are all white.
But it's okay because
with black eyes.
And then he died in the fire.
But God,
he died in the
seems
wall.
such lazy design. But
I mean, to be fair, he was in for half an episode.
Not even.
It's better just to go ahead and just read.
He was in technically 2.5 scenes.
It's true.
Again, who knows who they're going to bring back.
Longer.
And who knows who they're going to bring back yet.
If they even do.
There's something so refreshing about having a character who is just like this spiteful towards everyone. And I think it's a good because we have other characters out to balance this.
Yeah.
If it was just him on his own, I'd be like, all right, come on, get over yourself. But if that was all we were focusing on, but because there's so many other characters and they each feel so distinct, I like how we have that balance of like who's who.
The only reason I say I don't expect him to last long, especially because he's a zombie at the moment, because of the fact that he has Magnum and he can't have that. So.
He's on the top of Geats' shit list right now. How dare you have my Magnum?
While also being a zombie, so I'll kill you with zombie.
This is one thing I kind of want them to change. I don't like that Geats is a little too skilled.
Well, because he remembers everything.
He remembers everything because
he's a zombie.
He remembers everything because he wins every game, and you get your memories back afterwards. If once you come back,
if you survive,
but. I understand, like, there is story reason for him why, because he's been doing this for a long time, and so is Buffa, and that's, there's that rivalry between them, because Buffa's the one that's like, no, I'm going to win this time, I'll beat you, Geats. And so there is precedent for it, I like that, but I feel like he's a little too strong right now. And I hope we're able to shift away and give other characters the focus.
Well, yeah, but I think that's sort of because, all right, we're setting up. He just won the last game. We know sort of how his story goes and why I think that we will end up focusing
it's
more
also,
on
you also got to remember, other than...
What I'm saying is I want him to get the crap beat out of him.
Oh, yeah,
I really want him to lose.
That won't happen for a long time.
I still want it to happen.
Everybody else but Geats and Buffa, this is literally their second fucking mission ever of being Kamen Riders. So they've got to... They're still getting used to this thing. And Buffa's too stubborn to actually implement a strategy, is what it looks like. And Geats is playing 3D chess.
4D.
He's playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers.
He's playing chess in 4D
no,
dimensions
he's playing
right
chess.
now.
Buffa's playing checkers. Everybody else is playing Go Fish.
Yeah. I don't expect Geats to
pick up sticks.
I don't expect Geats to lose in any capacity for a good long while, but we will probably end up focusing more on Kawa once he gets his full suit.
We'll see.
Because I believe we actually already know sort of what it's supposed to look like. I'll get that up later.
I also like how even after they killed off Penguin, they still kind of show, his wife filed a missing persons report. Let's drive this home.
They did straight up disappear, but at least Geats is like, all right, good guy. I'll go ahead and just pay for his son's stuff.
That too, yeah.
After I tricked him for thinking about the kids. Children in need, me in need.
The only one that matters.
God, I love that. Man. That was such a bastard move, and I stand for it. But I think on the whole, I'm really liking this show.
Oh, yeah.
It's a great start.
Yeah. It's strong.
Don't mess it up.
Don't keep your hopes up.
I get the feeling that
hope springs eternal.
It won't happen this time. I mean, it is X8 and 01's writer, so it should be fine as long as we don't get another competition in the middle again, or the coronavirus doesn't come back harder than
I was going to say, if we're not stricken by another global pandemic that derails production.
Yeah, that's going to be the main thing. So I have trust in him because I like most of 01 and I like all of X8. So I have trust that the writer will keep it.
I do also find it hilarious. He's like, you tricked me. And he literally went, I'm a fox. Duh.
It's what I do. It's in the mythology. Where are you? But yeah.
I would also like to talk about some of the camera work.
Oh, yeah.
Camera's been
and how it's been pretty good. Episode 2, there's a really, really good shot where Geats is running away from the camera and we see Kawa in the background. And the way it does that, like, the camera follows Geats while we still get him in perspective, and just the motion that it creates is really cool. And also, in episode 3, there's a great shot where he jumps, like, he does like a Resident Evil 4, like, jump through a window and the camera follows him out.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool.
I also would like to praise the show for some different looking locales than we're used to with a lot of
I love the abandoned office complex
and
that's in the middle of the woods.
Yeah,
it's great.
The Creek River where Penguin died is also relatively new. So I'm loving this.
I will say though, he does get blasted in the middle of the forest, and then he wakes up and he's like at the creek. So it's like, did he get launched that far, or is that a continuity error?
To be fair, we don't exactly know where from the location that he got knocked out from where the creek is.
I think you get a good look around it. I didn't see anything that looked like the creek near there.
No, I agree with Jacob.
Also, especially considering how flat and level it was.
They have a HUD inside of their helmet, so they can see what their health is at.
Oh yeah, we saw that with pandas.
Yeah, when he got kicked in the face. Rip.
By a zombie.
Well, he's already dead. So, let's face it, that man's not lasting past episode 4. His motivation is so good too. So I'm hoping that somebody breaks the rules and brings him back, because they do have that other guy who is looking at everything.
Yeah, is he our game master, or is he someone who's trying to uncover what's going on?
Nobody knows.
I'm wondering it could also be somebody who maybe survived a previous game and has been trying to put together the pieces and try and make his way back in.
He's the dude from Squid Game. He was the one who won the last one. Now he's in charge of everything.
I was going to say, Squid Game is an interestingly accurate comparison to this show. More so than Battle Royale. I get it because of loot boxes, but at the same time, it's people participating game.
I mean, anytime there's a death game, anything, people are going to make comparisons to other things.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's just how it is.
It's fact of life.
Fact of life. That's
we went two very different songs with that one.
Yep. It keeps us from getting copyrighted.
But yeah.
Very good show so far.
I'm really liking this, and I can't wait to watch it on a week-to-week basis, unlike Realize. So, or Saber.
Yeah, Saber's a lot better when you binge it.
Is it? Because that's what I did.
Oh, I thought you watched it.
No.
Oh, I binged it. Anyway.
So did I.
But anyway, let us know what you think of Kamen Rider Geats in the comments down below.
Please do.
Let us know who you think the secondary writer is, because I take a pick.
Or is everyone just a deuteragonist in the game that is Geats?
It's true.
What's his catchphrase? What's the catchphrase for this season? Does he have one? Or is he just a bastard man?
I'm the best.
It's funny because it's accurate and sad. Now then it's time for the highlight.
I don't remember him ever saying
he's said it a couple times.
His pre-battle catchphrase.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Anyway.
What's 2 and 3?
The winner in the end is me. Welcome to my world. At the end of the first episode.
That makes sense. But yeah.
He also says this, I also know.
Please remember to like and subscribe if you already haven't.
Yep.
What's next on the docket? Do we know?
Go Ranger.
Yep, that's the two of us. We're doing Go Ranger.
Unless you'd like to come back for it.
I don't know if I have enough time on my plate to fucking eat.
You could probably skip around on this one.
You can skip a lot.
You could probably skip around on this one, dude. I'm going to be completely honest with you.
We'll see. I've got a house to paint.
But yeah.
Let us know what you think. I know I've said that 7 times already.
Don't forget to join us on all the things.
All the things.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for watching.